Did you know the late great Prodigy of MOBB DEEP said he's seen what he believes to be a UFO on 2 different occasions in his life? Let's talk about it. Prodigy said he was going through a tough time at this point in his life, and he had been asking the Most High to show him something to make him a believer. And one night at 3 a.m., while he was driving home after leaving the studio, he was driving on the Long Island Expressway in New York when he seen a bright, big green fireball about the size of a planet shoot down from the sky, almost causing him to crash the car. He asked his 2 homeboys that he had riding with him if they seen it, but they both said no because they had just closed their eyes to fall asleep, so he was the only one to see it. He looked at the clock on the dashboard, and that's when he seen it was 3:33 a.m. That's when it hit him that he had previously been studying books on numerology, and to see something that extraordinary at that exact moment in time meant it was a sign only for him to see. He also mentioned that Dr. York's book said that God's angels used green fire and the evil forces used amber or red fire. Now, one thing that I need to point out is that Prodigy mentioned his dad and his grandma once told him that when Prodigy's dad was young, they seen a multicolored UFO in Virginia hovering over a store for several minutes and then taking off at light speed. He left it at that and never really talked about it again. Years later, after seeing the bright green light, he had another encounter, but this one was way more intense. One night after leaving the studio and getting home around 3 a.m., Prodigy couldn't sleep. So he turned on his son's PlayStation and started to play Freedom Fighters until he started to get sleepy around 4:30 a.m. Next to his bed was a large window, and he could oversee the whole neighborhood because his house was on a mountain. On this clear dark night, as he looked out the window, the power to his house went out, and he noticed the power to the whole neighborhood went out as well. Thinking nothing of it, he laid down next to his girl when he seen a bright light outside of his window. At first, he thought it was a police helicopter searchlight, except it was silent. So he woke up his girl and he told her to look at this. And in that moment, the bright white beam started to change colors from red, yellow, blue, green, orange, repeating randomly. He asked his girl, "Do you see this shit?" And she replied with, "What the fuck is that?" And then she told Prodigy to go to the window and see what it is. But Prodigy quickly responded with, "I'm not going near that window." He already knew what it was, so he told her it's a UFO hovering over our crib, shining light beams into our room. After about 3 or 4 minutes, the night sky turned completely black again. He was happy his girl Kiki was with him because this time he has a witness. But then, as the sky turned black again, a feeling of fear took over when the thought came to him that something was in their house. But then the power came back on, so he looked out the window and seen all the power was back on in the neighborhood. His girl told him to go check on the kids, and he quickly responded with, "I'm not going to check shit," cause he admitted that he was shook. But then his girl told him again, "Go check on the kids." So he grabbed his shotgun, went and got their kids and brought them to their room. One of his kids asked, "What's going on?" So Prodigy told him that they just seen a UFO. His kid responded back with, "Where's it at? I want to see it." But it was already gone. Prodigy was up till 6 a.m. when the sun came up protecting his family as they slept. Nobody outside of Prodigy's family knew about that until he released his audio book, My Infamous Life. Now, some might call him crazy, but others could relate or believe it to be true because there's endless amounts of documented experiences of UFOs and abductions. One of my favorite movies about UFOs and alien abductions is a movie called Fire in the Sky. If you've never seen it, you should check it out. I believe it's based on a true story. But after hearing all of that, do you have a story about seeing a UFO? And also, what's your favorite song from Prodigy and MOBB DEEP? Y'all let me know.